In this video, we're going to see how to create CBTs, computer-based tests, for the students that are doing the subjects that we teach. To create CBTs, like every other process, you have to be logged in. As you can see, I'm logged in into a demo account as a teacher. So if I enter the active term or the current term, you can see that it's third term, and I'm teaching Foundation 1 class and Foundation 2 class. And these are the subjects I'm teaching. So assuming I want to create CBT for social skills for Foundation 1 students, the simple way to do it is to scroll down to my subjects once I enter the term. From the dashboard, of course, I'll enter the dashboard and scroll down to my subjects. And when I get to my subjects, I will select Social Skills Foundation 1. Now in this class, this subject, Social Skills, if I scroll down to where I have options for this subject, you will see there's a button called CBTs. If you click on it, then you are taken to CBTs for this subject. At present, I've already created one for week 1, a week 1 practice quiz. So I'm going to create additional practice quiz. So to do that, you can click on the new CBT button on top, or you can click on add new here. And once you click any of them, it will pop up this dialog box that asks you which kind of CBT you want to create. And in this case, I want to create a practice CBT. So I'll click on practice CBT, on practice, and then it loads the page for you to actually do the creation of the new CBT. And if I scroll down, you can see that the subject is already selected. And then I can decide to give my CBT a name. Let's say this is week 3. I say week 3 practice quiz. I can do it like that. I can call it whatever name I want to. It doesn't matter. And then I can decide to enter the number of questions that will be in this CBT. Is it 10 questions? Is it 5 questions? Is it 15? Is it 20? Is it 50? I would like to just do 2 questions since it's practice. And then the duration of this CBT. How many minutes are the children allowed to take the CBT? For instance, examinations, they have time. So CBTs also have timing. So let's say this one is going to last for 2 minutes, 1 minute to think about one of the questions each. And then the number of attempts. This number of attempts, how many times do you want the students to be able to repeat this same CBT? Like if they do it now, can they do it again? If you want them to do it only once and not be able to repeat it again, you answer 1 year. If you wanted to do it 5 times, maybe you have first attempt, second attempt, third attempt, up to 5 attempts, you can put 5 years. But if you want them to do it for, let's say, forever, you can do up to 1 million attempts of it. You put 0. 0 is infinite in this case. So, but I'm going to allow them to do this practice CBT twice. So I'm putting 2 there. Okay, let me just change it to 3. It seems as if I'm using a lot of 2s here. And if I scroll down, you see classes affected. 2 classes are here. The 2 classes that are here are because we have 2 classes in this school that are doing social skills. So only 2 classes are doing social skills. Assuming we have like 40 classes doing social skills, maybe we're going to have like different 40 classes here, but we'll just have 2. But I'm creating this CBT for only Foundation 1 because I believe that Foundation 1 and Foundation 2 are doing different course content, different subject contents. So I'm selecting only Foundation 1, and then I'll move to save. If you look at the questions, the fields you have to fill, first of all, the subject is selected. You enter the title of the quiz, which is what I entered, the number of questions you want to create in the CBT, the time duration for the CBT, the number of attempts, how many times do you want to allow them to repeat this CBT? And then the next one is just to tick on the classes that will be able to do this particular CBT. We are just creating the CBT. We have not added questions yet. So this number 2, this first one will tell us how many questions will be required for it to be a complete or a full CBT. And once we are done with that, we click on save. Once I hit the save button, this CBT will be created. You can see the notification that the CBT has been created. I should start adding questions. To start adding questions, I scroll down, of course. You can see required questions are 2, where 0 questions are present for now, and duration is 2 minutes. And of course, you can see this is my details. I'm the one that created the CBT. And you can see it's only one class that is affected. Only one class will do it, which is this. So if I scroll down further, you will see where it says add new, add questions, where you titled week 3 practice quiz CBT questions. I can click on add new, and then the pop-up allows me to add questions. Also, yes, the pop-up allows me to add questions. So click on add new. Now let me just add my first question. How many states are in Nigeria? It's a question. And then the first one, and then I scroll down, I select, let's say, question option A, let's say 21 states. Option B, let's say 32 states. I scroll down to option C, let's say 36 states. Option D, let's say 42 states. And option E, let's say 48 states. Now you don't have to put in all the options. Only 2 options are required. You are required to put an option. Option A, it is not optional. Every field that is optional has optional attached to their names. So for instance, the questions are not optional. You have to enter the question, and that is it. But if you see question photo, a photo or a picture for this question is optional. Option A is not optional. You have to fill it. Option A photo, assuming you want to add a photo to your option A, that is optional, but you can do that. And option B is not optional. Then every other of the options and the option photos, they are optional. The next thing you need to do is to select which one of them is the correct option. Now, maybe I've forgotten what I typed. I just need to scroll up and see, okay, it's 36 is C. So I know 36 states make up the number of states in Nigeria, and I click on save. Once I click on save, this question will be added to this particular CBT. You can see the report here says question added. And if you look at the CBT details, you see that we require 2 questions and 1 has been added. And then if you scroll down, you will see the 1 question that has been added here. If you want to view the details of this question, if you click on details here, it pops up the question. You can see the correct option I picked. You can see the options that are there. You can see correct answer is option C. You can see the class. You can see just details of this particular question. And close it. And then again, to enter the second question, I click on add new. And then let's say this question, I want to say, okay, let's say, for instance, how many people are in the picture below, for instance, or are in this picture, whatever you want to say, but let's just say are in the picture below. Then I will click on, because it's a question, it's asking me about the picture. Let's say add the picture. I'll scroll down and search for pictures. Let me pick somebody neutral. I go to pictures, and then I open this. Let me add someone. Okay, let's pick this guy. All right. So I just selected a picture, and then I can say 2 persons as my option A, 2 persons. And my options B can be 1 person. And then I don't have to enter options for the rest because they are optional. You see, option C is optional and option D is optional like that. But let me just say 4 people or persons, whatever it is. And let me leave the other ones, and I will pick my correct option, which is option B. I think it's just 1 person that I selected. You could see, you could have seen it. So I click on save. Once I save this, it will be added to the questions that we currently have. And if you can see, we have 2 questions added to this CBT. And you can see it is balanced. 2 questions. The button to add question is no longer there. There's no button to add questions because the questions are complete. If I look at the details of the second question, you can see how many people are in the picture below. Great. And then you can see that my correct option there, correct answer is B, which is 1 person. Great. And then if you check the second one, it's the same thing. So when the students log in now, they can take this CBT and the system will mark it automatically and give them their results. So this is how we create CBTs for our students.